My situation was that I had a job, but I didn't have any place to live. I was in a domestic violence and all that other stuff. And then I heard about this place through one of the counselors, and they said, well, go check it out. So I was a little timid, but then I met Patty, and she was always saying hello, and she didn't know who I was. It's just she was saying hello. So once you walk through the door, your problems go away. They do go away for an hour or two, or you get what you need, and then you just keep going until you get what you have to get. Well, I've been homeless for 2 years, and then I stayed at the Hope House, and finally I got my apartment 3.5 years ago, thanks to the Hearth and the Hope House and all the transitions, and I have my own apartment, and I've been in there for 3.5 years, and things are going well. Now at the Hearth I come back because I want to. I volunteer all the time. I mean, if you need me, just go ahead and ask. Or if I see something, I'm just going to do it without asking.
And you do some stuff for us, like you.
I answer the phone. I volunteer at the phones. I clean up. I do the dishes. Whatever. Just don't like seeing this place wreck when, There's not very many places for the women to go except for the Hope House or on the street or a friend's house. We need more housing and stuff.
Prior to St. Margaret's, I just had my kids taken away by CPS. I just moved to Spokane from Portland, Oregon, and I was admitted into Isabella House, a 6-month inpatient for women and children. I completed Isabella, and I did not want to go back home because I wanted to really start over and stay clean for the first time. And so I moved into St. Margaret's with the hopes of trying to stay clean. Had my children back for the first time in almost a year, and they were 1 and 3. I had no idea how to be a parent, and had 9 misdemeanors and 3 felonies, and was just trying to figure out life. St. Margaret's was wonderful. I owe so much to them. They provided me with a lot of services like parenting classes, domestic violence support, life skills classes, and they really taught me how to be a parent to my child, along with the community support there in the house. Community living is chaotic and insane, but without learning how to do that, I don't think I could survive right now. And the case management taught me how to reach out for support and how to develop a plan to be successful. I started going to college when I was at St. Margaret's, and they gave me housing assistance, and I moved out after a year. Now I am actually an AmeriCorps volunteer for St. Margaret's. I am running the Spokane Community Warehouse as the warehouse manager. I just completed my first term as an AmeriCorps volunteer, and I'm starting my second term next week as an AmeriCorps Vista volunteer, and I will be working on community development with the warehouse, expanding the organization. I get to oversee a job training program with St. Margaret's and the warehouse. I have my children, our own house or our apartment, and I'm going to college, and I'll soon be at Whitworth University pursuing my bachelor's for social work.
Hi, my name is Joe Kramars, and I'm a volunteer for Family Promise, formerly called Interfaith Hospitality Network. I've been volunteering for about 12 years. I was board president for about 3.5 years, and I'm still active as the coordinator for Whitworth Presbyterian Church. I represent a dozen host churches that house every week. For every 12 weeks they get the families. I represent another 32 total churches that give us money and volunteers. And then there's another 34,000 people that belong to these 32 churches and some other affiliates that had joined with us. And frankly, I'm a member of the society in Spokane. Family Promise is interesting. It's one of only 2 organizations that house families. Our intention is to keep the mom and the dad and the children together. Salvation Army is the other organization. Our intention is to house them in our churches on a temporary basis. Every week they move to one of our 12 host churches, and they are fed and clothed sometimes, and given social benefits like friends and connections, and we take care of them, bring them back to the day center when they get other services from our case manager, and then finally when they finally do receive housing, then sometimes we help them move even. Frankly, we've had a huge success rate. We've averaged in the past about 25 families a year that we've made independent. We've done audits going all the way back, and approximately 80% of the families are still independent. And what does this mean? Well, it means they go from consuming services in the city of Spokane, they go back now to producing. So government funding gave us a solidity, it gave us a base. Our present time, we were at 20% of our income was from the government services. 80% came from churches, individuals, corporations, and foundations. We call that the 4-to-1 mix. So every dollar that the government gave us, we were actually getting $4 back.